at that point, that uncertainty is there, and I don't know what my financial needs would be. So I kind of went back and forth, and at the end, I made the decision. It's like, all right, whatever it is, I'm gonna get the house, whether I'm around or not. My family has a home, right? And paying for it, we'll figure it out. But like, made that decision. Very difficult to come to, but I go back to that fight or flight comment, right? Like when you don't have the option to fly away, and it's this or nothing, you stand up and you take on whatever challenge that gets put in your face. And I was ready to die for it. It didn't matter to me.
That's so real, bro.
Yeah.
I can feel everything. I want to, I couldn't imagine dealing with those emotions, bro. At that time, you're dealing with the pandemic. You got the kid, you got your son on the way, right? So you just had a daughter. Us as men, like I got my son, my boy coming. You're happy as hell, right? I got the house. We get everything good. We worked hard. We prepared for this.
But that's exactly it, right? The way that I felt is, if you think about it, right? And I said it before, immigrant family, everybody's contributing to the house bills, the grocery bills, all that stuff, right? Bouncing from job to job, graduating, not knowing what I'm gonna do, taking on loans to pay for college and not knowing how to pay them back, just doing it because that's what you're supposed to do, right? All of that grind, that stacking, that building. You work so hard to get to a point in your life where you have a family, where you're able to provide for them, where you're able to buy them a house and take care of them, right? You work your entire life to get to that moment. And then you got 6 months to live. And that's it. Okay. So what do you do? What do you do? For me, the choice was easy. Once I got over the emotions, the choice was easy. I'm going to take care of my family. So if I need to go into surgery, I did the surgery 2 weeks after they told me I had cancer. 2 weeks after. So exactly what happened, and I'll tell you, man, is Friday, November 6th.
The day before your son was born.
The day before my son was born, November 6th. We moved everything from our 2-bedroom apartment to the house. It took all day from 9 a.m. to about 12:15. We didn't know the boy was going to be born the next day, but we were just, as soon as the closing happened and I was able to get a U-Haul and move everything, I did it immediately. I didn't waste any time on that. Yeah. So as soon as we got the closing done, painted a room or two, and then moved all of our stuff. Spent all day from 9 a.m. till about 12:15 at night on November 6th. Woke up in the morning and she was in labor, and we got to the hospital like 20 minutes before the baby was born. So that's November 7th. 2 days later, November 9th, they come home. Thankfully, everything is good. Wife and baby are all healthy. I'm there with my daughter. Remember, we're in a new house. Boxes everywhere, clothes scattered everywhere. Yeah. Things are packed away. You don't know where things are, right? It's a mess. So she comes home with the new baby on the 9th. And on the 10th, the very next day after that, I go into surgery. So I'm in Lenox Hill for 10 days after that in ICU, and she's at home with a newborn and a 3-year-old in a brand new house. That's really hard. That's really hard.
Yeah, that's heavy, bro.
Heavy.
Again,
really hard.
That's when again the support system comes into effect, and I don't know if your family chipped in with that.
Yep,
I would imagine that your family, right? Because that's I'm a man, but just talking to so many women of how they feel emotionally after having a baby is not nothing to play with, right? And now it's the emotion of, not only did I just have this baby, but there's something very wrong with my husband, right? And then his mother. You understand what that's a lot, Ramon.